Hello everyone, Nameless Nick 97 here. Welcome to a War Thunder video. This one's going to be a little bit different from most of the War Thunder videos I've already posted on my channel. Basically, this is a replay. I'm just going to be analyzing this battle with you guys. This is just going to be like a new, I guess, series for War Thunder that I'm going to start uploading to my YouTube channel. Basically, just battles where I think I did exceptionally well, or I guess less than bad, and is worthy for a YouTube video. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go right into this battle. Unfortunately, I did kind of started late in this battle. As you can see, most of my team is pretty far away. I don't know if that was because queue time was long or I had to take a piss. I can't remember. This was yesterday. But anyways, we're flying the BF-109 E-1. We're a prop, so we're climbing. We're a BF-109, so we better be climbing. I spot a Spitfire out in the distance that's shooting at my friend. I'm trying to catch up, but unfortunately he's just too far away for me to help out that Ju-87 over there. It's being lit up by that Spitfire. Thankfully he does, his rear gunner does shoot him down, but I think he gets caught on fire and crashes anyways. So moving on to the next target, I see a Hurricane attacking a friendly BF-109. Yeah, there he goes right there. Unfortunately for him. But yeah, so I am still kind of climbing, but I want to get there as quickly as I can. But I spot a Bufort to my left. Now that's not a priority target, but I really don't want them bombing our bases, and if I can nick him, I will. He seems to be within my 3-kilometer range, so I decide to go for him. He's turning around though, so I cut down underneath, go for a little dive to pick up some speed, because that Bufort is going pretty fast. And then I sort of just pop into him from the side right here. As you can see, my aim's a little bit bad, but I do get a few good hits on him. Just sort of dive underneath those, that rear gunner of his. I believe it's on the top of his plane. So if I can get underneath, I can do some serious damage. Another friend spots him, puts in a few shots on him. I think I crit him right here. And now I just want to take him out as quickly as I can because I am in the line of sight of his guns. Good, nice. No, I got some nice hits there, and it looks like he's going down. But just to be sure, I go back for the loop around here. Try to put a few more hits into him. Yeah, and it looks like he's going down. There he goes. Hits the trees. And there we go. Now, unfortunately, that was only one player, and I've used up pretty much half of my ammo at this point. This thing carries a decent amount of ammo, but unfortunately, the guns on the BF-109 E-1 are rapid fire, and you use them up pretty quickly. They don't do a lot of damage either, so I did have to shoot him quite a few times there, but I'm completely undamaged. I'm close to my base. I have some enemies nearby, so I decide, I'm not going to refuel. I'm just going to get rid of this P400 right here. So, without further ado, I'm going in. He seems to be pretty preoccupied on the ground targets there, so it's an opportunity for me to get behind him. Friendly HE-100 starts diving on him right now. So this is looking pretty good. We got a 2v1 going. Still distracted on those ground targets, as you can see. Not quite sure why he's doing that. And simultaneously, I'm keeping my eye behind me because there's another enemy P400, I believe, behind me. So now he knows I'm kind of behind him, so he's doing some maneuvers. But there isn't a whole lot he can do because he doesn't have a good energy advantage here. I hit him pretty bad. It could have been the engine. So the P-400 decides to flee at this point. But again, I'm keeping my eye behind me because there's another enemy fighter. Another P-400 right over there going for ground targets. But actually, he seems to be gaining on us. So he's not going for ground targets anymore. I decide the HE-100 is going faster, so he's probably going to take out that P-400 in front of me anyways. So I'm going to go for a vertical. That P-400 right there is gaining on me less than 2 kilometers, so I decide to pop him some shots right about now. And quickly dive out of the way. You don't want to commit to head-ons. And I go for a vertical energy fight. So, thankfully, I have... Starting out on this particular dogfight, I have more energy and more altitude. So there isn't a whole lot that this P-400 can do. I'm just continuously trying to bleed his energy at this point. He actually could have taken a shot right there. But yeah, the P-400 has better low altitude performance than this plane. But again, he started off at a lower altitude than me and at a slower speed. And right now he's completely defenseless, just stalling. Look at that, perfect. Caught him on fire, but he puts it out very quickly. So I catch him on fire again, and he's going down. There's not a whole lot he can do at that point. Yeah, there he goes. So that's kill number 2, I believe. Assessing the situation, I'm being pretty battered up by AAA right now. And my ammunition is very low, so I decide to head back to base. There's still a lot of enemy fighters left, as you can see. However, I decide to pull away from the base. The Hampton is coming in this direction, and it is kind of getting pretty close. So I decide to turn around at any moment right now. There we go. I figure I do have like about 1/3 of my ammo left, and I believe that's just enough to get rid of this Hampton. Again, not a very high priority target because it is a bomber. Or light bomber, I believe. But War Thunder is a numbers advantage game, so just want to get rid of as many enemy players as we possibly can. Unfortunately, this AAA is really lighting me up right now, but there's nothing I can do. And I'm going in for the dive. Hampton is fucking up our BF-109 behind him right there. Really nice hits on the side. I crit him. I'm not quite sure what the damage was. Oh, lost tail control. That's pretty good. Going back around. Want to stay out of the line of sights of the rear gunners, so I'm kind of flying awkwardly. And unfortunately, we are directly over the enemy AAA too, so it's not great. I'm going in for a dive. I want to approach him at 500 kilometers an hour because that might be enough to evade his guns. Going for a belly shot. Very nice hits there, and there we go. Just before his gunner could start doing some serious damage to my plane. But I'm still pretty much unharmed. And I have 1/4 of my ammunition left. So I'm still in this fight. This is when I realize a P-40 is gaining on me right over there. But I noticed he's actually going for the other BF-109. So if he can take the bait, I can come back around. But this is the part where he notices that I'm actually coming around for him, so he points his guns right towards me right about now. I go for a quick head-on here, but I don't want to commit. I don't have a lot of ammo. And I quickly get out of the way. There he goes. Again, starting off this dogfight with more energy, with a higher altitude and faster speed, so I got pretty good advantage at this point. Going in for another vertical. The P-40 could cut in my turns, but there really isn't a lot that he can do here. He's going in for another dive to pick up some speed, using my combat flaps to just turn a little bit faster, and going again for another vertical. And I'm pretty sure he stalls right here. Yeah, he's going for the other BF-109. And this is my opportunity of damage. Miss a lot right there, but because I'm losing a lot of control of my plane at this climb. I'm very low at ammo at this point. I think it's like 1/10. So I have to finish him off quickly, but I have to be careful. Really got to keep shooting him here. I do some really good critical damage right there. He's actually not stupid. He's cutting in, he's doing some rolls. The BF-109 is not very good at rolling around. But unfortunately, yes, so this is the point where I run out of ammo, so I have to fly back to base. Thankfully he does crash, spoiler alert, but not before he does take out a few more of our ground targets there. So we do lose a little bit of tickets. But yeah, so just using very basic energy fighting tactics. Yeah, there he goes right there. No, he's still flying actually. Pretty sure I shoot him down. He's gonna crash any second now, I swear. But yeah, so finally now that I'm completely out of ammunition, I'm going for a landing just to refuel. There he goes, there he goes. So I believe that's kill number 3 or 4. I'm not quite sure. Let me check. Yep, can't check and replay it, can I? But yeah, these were, for the most part, 1v1 dogfights. But that's just how you use this plane. You want to start off at a higher altitude and preferably faster. I'm not quite sure what these guys were thinking because they were starting off at a heads-on, pretty much below me. So it's not a very good idea. I mean, American guns with the 50 cals are pretty decent. Even at this BR, you can start attacking people from 1.5 kilometers away. But if you just depend on head-on tactics, it's not going to work out in your favor. I'm just going to speed this up really quick. Alright, so I take off, and I'm thinking at this point I believe there's only 2 enemies left. 1 Spitfire enemy fighter, and I believe 1 bomber PBM-1. So my priority right now, I should probably show you the chat, but I'm communicating with the team. I guess not. But basically, I want to get over and destroy the Spitfires as quickly as I can. But this is the part where I do see the PBM-1. The Spitfire seems to be going back to base anyways, and he's more than almost 20 kilometers away. So this is a one target opportunity. Just want to get rid of this guy so we don't have to worry about our tickets burning. Unfortunately, this friendly BF-109 does get lit up pretty bad by this bomber. Just going in for a pretty steep approach. I believe the best way to attack the PB-1 is from beneath, but I don't remember where the guns are on this heavy bomber. Yeah, there he goes. Unfortunately, he shoots my teammate down. Nice hits there. I got his, I believe his right engine on fire. And I go in for that dive. I'm not fucking around with those rear guns. Just picking up some more speed directly beneath him and then pulling directly above again. Predict where his plane's going to be, and that's where I'm going to shoot. I have a full profile of his plane, and there I go. Just pilot snipe him. And just like that, you can get rid of a heavily armed heavy fighter. Heavy bomber. So, at this point, I'm actually not quite sure where the Spitfire is. He was spotted around that area where I'm looking at right now. I thought he was going to be chasing back that BF-109 who's coming in for a landing to refuel, my squad mate right there. But I think I figured he's going in for a landing and refuel right now as well. So I'm just going to climb. And unfortunately though, this is the part where I believe he might be just avoiding the battle in general, possibly space climbing. So without taking any chances, I do go for ground targets right now. Specifically enemy artillery, so I can just bleed their tickets a little bit to put more pressure. Just give them a little bit more, just give that less enemy a little bit more incentive to shoot us down or to go for ground targets or something. But the AAA starts firing at me right about now and really does light me up. So I do take a bit of damage. But thankfully these aren't pillboxes, so I can destroy them right now. Yeah, I'm taking really heavy fire right now. Fucking AA. But, there we go. So, thankfully my engine isn't damaged yet, but structurally everything is pretty damaged. But as you can see, I am bleeding the enemy tickets, but it has taken a toll, so I am going to fly back to base, rearm, refuel, repair, because this is looking pretty dire. At this point, I wouldn't want to dogfight a Spitfire. I'm pretty structurally damaged. However, I do spot him right there. He's about less than 6 kilometers behind me. Unfortunately, I could at this point defend our Heinkel 111 because the Spitfire does go for him right about now, but there really isn't much that I can do at this point with a pretty damaged plane. So it was kind of a dumb move thinking about it now, but I did not think the AAA would light me up that much, especially since it's not airfield AAA. Maybe they should nerf that, I don't know, or maybe I really just didn't see how much there was down there. They're still shooting at me, by the way. So it's pretty annoying, but yeah, there he goes. I feel really bad about that because I really could have used that Heinkel 111 as bait. I could have defended him, but yeah, as you can see, he's getting pretty fucked up by that Spitfire. So I was pretty upset about that. But moving on, I'm going in for a landing. I'm just going to speed this part up a little bit. Alright. So we're back up. And the Spitfire is gone now. Probably pretty damaged from the Heinkel 111, so he's probably also returning back to base. I decided to no longer go for artillery battery. And the friendly 00 Ginger, BF-109 right over there, just entered a blind hunt order, so we know exactly where he is right now. AAA is lighting him up pretty bad, but he is pretty far away. So just as I expected, Spitfire is landed right on his base, nearly 15 kilometers away. I'm just sort of communicating with that guy right now, letting him know what I'm about to do, letting him know that I'm catching up, and just sort of being methodical about this. Even though it is only one enemy left, and we do have all the advantage, both energy, altitude, yeah, it's pretty guaranteed that we're going to win at this point. It's entirely possible that he could, you know, pick us off one by one. So we want to stick together. So he thankfully is waiting for me to get a little bit closer. But for the life of me, for some reason I couldn't figure out what direction the Spitfire was flying in, even after zooming in on him, and obviously by the speed that he's, you know, coming towards us. I think he is not pointed towards me for some reason, so I decided to dive in on him right about now, when he gets in within 6 kilometers, and I go for a heads-on. Which again, I don't recommend doing this. I never fully commit to head-ons, but this is one of the exceptions because I did not know he was actually going head-on with me at this point. As you can see, getting lit up by our AAA again. Yeah, there we go. So he's less than 4 kilometers away. I thought he was climbing for the other BF-109, so I start diving right about now, and I start firing him up. And this is when I realized he's actually shooting directly at me. Thankfully, I take him out just in time, cut the engine on fire, and then he does burn out, and I get that last 6 kill. There we go. So an ace +1 and another round kill just for a little bit more silver lions. And that's game. So once again, thank you everybody for watching. It means a lot to me. Please leave a like and comment if you just want to let me know if you enjoy my content. And with that being said, I'm going to be posting more of these type of YouTube videos in the future. So once again, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.